I don't have any negative memory of any African American soldier that I met. Um, I will add this as a sidebar, since we're talking about that. I'm probably one of the oldest people, or one of the few people old enough to say I heard Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. give a speech. Now this is no achievement on my part. I did not achieve anything in this, but I remember being in the audience, hearing him give a speech in March of 1965. I can remember where I was and what it was. It was a Methodist Youth and Missions Conference in Lincoln, Nebraska, for college-age Methodist youth. And I was there in 1965, and I heard him give. He was the last speaker of the week, and we were there, and he gave a powerful speech, but there was no meet and greet. But I share that just as an old man memory, as there aren't many people left living that have that are able to say that, because we're all so old now that there are only a few left that heard him. The were in the audience heard him give a powerful, and he was a powerful speaker. And when I returned to the U.S. in April of 1968, it was right after the assassination of Dr. King. He was shot and killed in Memphis on April 4, 1968. And I arrived in San Francisco about 2 a.m. after I processed out of Fort Ord, California, went by taxi with another GI to a hotel that took GIs 24/7, and got up the next day sometime in the afternoon. They roamed around the city and with my camera, because I thought I may never get back to San Francisco. And the city was a lot of emotions, but I had one set of civvies, pants too short and too tight, and a shirt and I had a very short haircut because I'd just gotten out of the Army. And my concern was if there's some bad guys, if I get on a bad street in San Francisco, they'll know I'm a ex-GI because I have a short haircut, and they know I have money because I've just been discharged, so they might roll me to get my money, or try to rob me. But I didn't. Then I got it as I was roaming around the city with my camera. I realized there were no war protesters. Nobody was protesting me, or there were some others experienced anti-war protests when they came back. They had things thrown at them or spat upon by American anti-war protesters here in the U.S. Didn't happen to me, but the emotions in San Francisco that day were about the assassination of Dr. King, and the emotions were about race, not about Vietnam. I remember walking near a plaza, I don't remember where it was, and somewhere in San Francisco, and there was a large black man standing there. He was arguing with, or talking to a white man, and there was no fighting. There were no blows. I didn't see that, but he was just talking to this white man. The white man had his eyes downcast, and the black man was yelling something. I guess he was angry about the announcement of the assassination of Reverend King. A lot of emotions. Fire alarms. I could hear fire alarms being activated elsewhere in the city. I didn't see smoke, maybe, but I could hear on a fire alarm, people pulling fire alarms. Just a lot of emotions. But yet, even with all that emotion, I think in 1968, San Francisco is I won't say what it is now. I haven't been back. I've been to California, but haven't been to San Francisco since 1968. But as I read of it, I don't think I want to go there.